Hello there, my enter trainees. Are you a supervisor or a manager? And do you want to know how to manage your employees' performance? Hi, my name is Mentor Myron, and in this video, I'm going to share with you P.A.R.T.N.E.R, my self-conceptualized process or cycle in guiding our employees' performance towards the desired results. Now let's go through each one of them, shall we? The first step or phase of employee performance management is position. From the board itself, we position our employee. We plan everything out. Here, we set with the employee his performance goal and objectives. The performance goal is what we want our employee to accomplish as far as the job expectations and standards are concerned. The objectives, on the other hand, are the how-tos, meaning the strategies, methods, and techniques that he must carry out to accomplish or better yet exceed the performance goal. Now, every time we are setting the performance goal and objectives with our employee, we need to put everything in writing through an action plan. And in the action plan, we have to make the performance goal and objectives smarter. Smarter stands for make the goal and objectives specific, measurable, attainable or achievable, relevant, timely or time-bound, evaluable, and lastly, recorded. And these are the activities that happen before the performance itself or positioning the employee for success. Now, step number 2 or phase of employee performance management is audit. This is during the performance itself. From the word itself, we audit the employee's performance. We monitor the goings on while the employee is actually carrying out the objectives to achieve the goal or simply performing his job expectations and duties and responsibilities. Here, we show our support to be with him every step of the way by providing the resources that he needs. And these resources or assistance could be human, could be financial, or it could be material. All right? Now, step number 3 or phase of employee performance management is after the performance, which is rate. Now remember, during positioning, we made the goal and objective smarter, right? And the M of smarter is measurable. So, in other words, we associated or connected numbers to the performance. This is to ensure that the employee is able to guide himself to know whether he's on the right track or not. So, in the rate step or phase of the employee performance management process or cycle, we check whether the employee is meeting or better yet exceeding the performance through the numbers or if he is coming short of the expectations and standards. Now let's just assume that our employee has performance gaps. We go to the next steps. The next steps actually work hand in hand with one another. Tune up, negotiate, and evolve. Let's start with tune up. From the word itself, we need to help the employee adjust himself. Here, we need to get to the bottom of the situation by performing a relentless root cause analysis of the reasons why there is a performance improvement issue to begin with. Now, we need to determine whether the performance gap pertains to knowledge, pertains to skill, or pertains to attitude. Now, if the performance improvement needs pertain to knowledge and skills, we do coaching. On the other hand, if the performance improvement needs pertain to character or attitude, then we do counseling. So that's what happens when we are helping our employee correct and improve himself to be able to get right back on track. Now, the next step, which works hand in hand with the 3 here, would be negotiate. This is the point where we have to make our employer realize whether he's having difficulties or not, that there has to be some adjustment in the goal and of the objectives, and of course the strict requirements that come along. Okay? So we allow our employee to ensure that there's a balance between challenging him still and not, forcing him to get stressed out or pressured or worse, resign from the job or the company. And we don't want that to happen. So please take into consideration your employee situation and allow them to renegotiate everything. All right? And last but not least would be evolve. So from the word itself, we need to help our employee level up himself, to reskill or upskill himself. So we help our employee evolve himself. So here, after determining what the root causes of the performance gaps are, we need to determine what the most corresponding or fitting interventions or solutions are. So it's best that we work with HR in determining what the best solution. Could it be training, or could it be motivating or inspiring? Could it be team building? Could it be coaching and counseling, or could it be some form of a consultancy? So once again, remember to work with HR in determining what the best or most fitting solution or intervention to help improve your employees' performance. So once again, before performance, position; during the performance, audit; after the performance, rate; and we have to intervene by doing either or all: tune up, negotiate or renegotiate, and then evolve. And then the last step or phase of employee performance management pertaining to partner would be either you rectify your employee's performance, or he's done it all, so it's time to recognize. So let's just assume that your employee was able to pull it off. He was able to complete the project with flying colors. Then it's about time that we provide what's due to our employee through recognition. And it ends here. And the employee just has to start all over again if there's another thing that we want the employee to accomplish or not. Okay? So we end everything with recognition. Now, let's just assume that the situation is different, that the employee is not back on track yet, or the employee is still coming short of the job expectations and standards. So the alternate or opposite intervention would be rectify. So this is just our different way of saying correct. So we go back to the start. We reposition the employee, we reset him up for success, and we reformulate the performance goal and objectives, and then so on and so forth. So there you go, guys. Once again, this is our self-conceptualized process or cycle in guiding our employees' performance towards our desired results. And to remember it clearly and all the time, let's call it partner. So I want you guys to be your employees' partner or buddy to success. Be with them every step of the way. Be collaborative with each other.